Okay, we're ready to pull ourselves back together. Are we okay, Mr. Riggleman? Ms. Holmes? Yes, we're ready? Okay. So am I on number 7? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, this is public comment. The first public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium, state your name for the record. This is your opportunity to address the council, but council will not respond. We'll set the time at 1 minute. And do you happen to be Mr. Larry Davis? Okay. And if you'll step to one of the microphones, make sure the red light's on. And then repeat your name even though I have your card.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm here to represent the people of the City of Las Vegas, County of Clark, and myself as well. Again, I'd like to just express that if there's any comments after I make my comment, I would appreciate that I be addressed by last name basis only.
And Mr. Davis, this is not an opportunity for the council to address your comments. If you wait till the end of council meeting today, that would be appropriate. Right now, you have 1 minute to make your comments, but there is no comment back here, which you have just asked for.
Again, with all due respect, I'm here to represent the people of Las Vegas. I'm a registered voter, 5th Ward, and I've appeared in front of you before, Madam Mayor, about RTC. That's what I'm here for today. Again, RTC is a nuisance to this city, and the people do not want RTC. You people as service people are not here to dictate, but to serve the public, which you haven't done. This is my 3rd time appearing in front of you about this matter. So now it's the 12th hour. There's no more talking, no more meetings, no more phone calls. We're going to be responding in paper. I right now have had enough of RTC as considered a subsidiary of your city. It's got to be something done right now. The people do not want RTC. Right now I'm a litigant of this city in regards to that matter. And I've addressed this situation to you several times, 3 times. This is the 3rd time. We're going to be doing petitions. We need 10,000 signatures to put it on the ballot to rid RTC of this moving entity.
Thank you. And hopefully you will go to the RTC and speak.
Let it duly be noted, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you for coming down. And anyone else wanting to speak on public comment, please say your name for the record. And the clock will be set for 1 minute.
Hi, Pat Spilotro, 8177 Bay Colony, Silverstone Ranch. Hi, Mayor.
How are you?
I want to say thank you to the City of Las Vegas. I just drove through the Spaghetti Bowl, which is now the Project Neon. It was just awesome. Went through the area that used to be the old rail yards behind downtown here. It's incredible what you guys have done. I do want to speak on item number 43, unfortunately. I've addressed this issue with the mayor before. It's involving golf course redevelopment. Anything that involves golf course redevelopment, I would ask that the mayor please excuse herself from the issue. She recuses herself from marijuana issues. Ross Goodman is still lead attorney for D-Day. D-Day has got 10 golf courses up for redevelopment, 1 in Nevada. That's at La Silverstone Ranch. As long as he's involved in that case, you shouldn't be sitting for any golf course cases. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I feel. And I brought information for city attorney and all the council members if you'd like to distribute it. And I wish you all a very good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming down. Anyone else wishing to be heard? I'll close it. No, Ross's developers sold the property back 5-6 years ago, so he's not involved anymore. Was initially. Okay, we'll move on to agenda item 8. For possible action, any items from the 9 a.m. session that the council staff and/or applicant wish to be stricken, tabled, withdrawn, or held in advance to a future meeting may be brought forward and acted upon at this time. Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, Mayor. Item number 34, a public hearing regarding a proposed ordinance of the Las Vegas City Council, Bill number 2019-16, to amend Las Vegas Municipal Code 6.40.150. An abeyance has been requested by staff to June 19, 2019, and a note is made that Bill 2019-16 is scheduled for the June 17th recommending committee, and public comment would be welcome there, as well as when the public hearing item comes back before the council on the 19th of June. So it gives people who are interested in that item 2 opportunities to speak on the bill. Item number 35, a report from Scott Adams, City Manager, on emerging issues. We will strike as requested by staff. They said they heard a lot from him already.
Thank you very much. There's a motion on agenda item 8. And please, you move on these items to obey 34 and strike 35.
Yes.
Correct?
That's,
Please vote.
I make that motion.
Councilman Coffin, will you vote?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sorry,
That's okay.
forgot my job.
Councilman Creer. And post, thank you, the motion carries. We'll move on to agenda item 9 for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference to the April 3rd and 17th, 2019 regular city council meetings. Mayor Pro Tem may have a motion to approve the minutes.
Mayor, I move to approve the minutes.
Thank you very much. There's a motion. Please vote and please post. That motion carries as well. So now we'll move on to the consent agenda. Items 10 through 33 on the consent agenda are considered to be routine, recommended for approval by their departments, may be enacted in one motion. Note that the record should reflect my abstention on items 20 through 23 because they pertain to medical marijuana-related businesses. One of my sons is involved in that industry. I'll be voting on all other items. Are there any other items council wishes to bring forward? Okay, Mayor Pro Tem, may I have you make that motion, please? To approve the consent
Yes,
agenda 10 through 33.
Move to approve consent agenda, item number 10 through item number
33.
33.
Yes. Okay, there's a motion. Please vote and please post. And the motion carries. Thank you very much. We'll move on. On agenda 34, which we just heard is being obeyed, to June 19th council meeting. Note that this public hearing item is associated with Bill number 2019-16, which is scheduled for the June 17th recommending committee meeting. Public comment will be allowed at that time and also be allowed when the item is heard on the 19th council meeting. Thank you. And so, pardon me. Thank you, thank you. Agenda item 36, discussion for possible action regarding the exclusive negotiation agreement, the ENA, between the City of Las Vegas and GJTRC Holdings, LLC, for the negotiation of a master development agreement regarding the redevelopment of property commonly known as Cashman Center, located at 850 North Las Vegas Boulevard and 826 North Las Vegas Boulevard, and Heritage Park, located at 888 North Las Vegas Boulevard. This is in Ward 5 with Councilman Creer. And Mr. Arndt, the show is yours.
Good morning, Madam Mayor, members of City Council. For the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. Over the past 12 months, downtown Las Vegas has experienced incredible momentum with new and exciting projects which are redefining the downtown skyline. World Market Center Las Vegas is under construction of a 315,000 square foot expo center to house conventions year-round, boosting our midweek and business visitation to downtown. Fremont Street Experience, with its over 22 million visitors annually, is undertaking a major renovation of the Viva Vision canopy, which will be completed by year-end. 3 new hotel towers, the Downtown Grand, Circa, and Fremont, are all under development, with a 4th hotel, a new AC Marriott hotel in Symphony Park, which is in pre-development. 2 new Class A apartment complexes are under construction in Symphony Park. So what does this mean? The next chapter of downtown and development in downtown Las Vegas is redevelopment of the Cashman District as a sports and innovation district. The Las Vegas Lights FC, in only its 2nd year of operation, is near the top of the United Soccer League in fan attendance and community support. Las Vegas is a major league sports city, and our community has the right demographics, fan base, and community support for a Major League Soccer expansion team. The City of Las Vegas has received a proposal from the Renaissance companies to undertake a major redevelopment of Cashman Center, which would incorporate a new soccer-specific Major League Soccer stadium and be complemented by sports, entertainment, and technology uses. This agreement, this exclusive negotiation agreement, would give the city and our partner 180 days to negotiate terms for the proposed development, including the new stadium. The proposal is supported by the Baupost Group, which has funds on hand to finance the development. With me today are Floyd Kephart, Chairman of the Renaissance Companies, Candace Rauter, Managing Partner of the Renaissance Companies. Also with us today is Brett Lashbrook, owner of the Las Vegas Lights FC. With that, it's my great pleasure to introduce Mr. Kephart, who will share his team's vision for the project, and later we'll hear from Brett Lashbrook about soccer in Las Vegas, what this means for the next chapter of Las Vegas Lights FC. So with that, I'll turn it over to Floyd. Floyd?
Thanks, Bill. Mayor Goodman, members of the council, thank you so very much for considering an E&A with the Renaissance companies to take a look at redeveloping the Cashman area, which has historically been a center for downtown Las Vegas for activities in sports and the exchange of great ideas. We took a look at this and started talking to the mayor and the city 17 months ago. We have looked at the situation in West Las Vegas and in Ward 5 specifically about how to develop Cashman and the surrounding area into a major innovation center based on sports, entertainment, and technology. And we're pleased today to come before you and ask for permission to continue these negotiations to see if we cannot come up with a way that is economically viable and community beneficial to all of Las Vegas. Due to the fact that we're talking about an E&A, there are a lot of things that are open for negotiations. But we engaged JRDVN, who is the major urban planning entity within internationally from San Francisco, to work with us on a concept design. We engaged Populous, which is the primary developer of stadiums, to come before us and present us with an idea of what the concept of an MLS stadium would be. We are totally devoted to coming into downtown and causing this redevelopment. To give you an idea of what the concept is, it is to have a covered stadium with a retractable field that seats 25,000 people. The surrounding ancillary development of a live-work play space will be composed of all of the typical real estate asset groups except industrial. So it's a place for people to live, it's a place for people to work, and it's a place for people to entertain and enjoy sports. If you take a look with the retractable field in the stadium, you will see that it also creates a community gathering place, a place for outdoor events, a place for outdoor meetings, and a surrounding area which basically brings together all of the people who are coming in currently. If we think about it, we have 250,000 people a year visiting the Neon Museum. They have no place to go after that. There's no surrounding area for them to enjoy, and we believe that this can be a great arts and cultural center as well. And finally, you can see that we believe the development will be community-based. We'll have all of the food groups, if you will, from retail development that will cause a smart city development to take place with personnel from all areas coming to this as a destination. And so we hope that you will support the E&A, give us a chance to come back before the council and present the details of the development and the MLS to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kephart. No, where's
With that, I'd like to invite Brett Lashbrook, owner of the Las Vegas Lights FC, to make a few remarks. And Brett,
Bill, this is too exciting a day to make a few remarks, Bill. Come on. Viva Lights is right. Viva Lights. I love it. So I would make one correction to you, Bill. I am the now current owner of the Las Vegas Lights. What is being proposed today is an amazing, amazing project. And I will say it at the beginning of our remarks, and I'll say it at the end. The Las Vegas Lights are 1,000,000% plus one in support of this project, right? This is a special, special day. And I understand we are still, there are more steps to take in this journey. But I actually am getting slightly emotional because it was less than 2 years ago that I stood right here in front of the council and I asked you to believe me. I asked you to believe in the power of soccer. I asked you to believe in what we can make Cashman Field, no matter what any other tenant was saying, no matter what anyone else was saying, that could be the epicenter of something great. I tell you, I came here thinking I was going to bring the power of sports, and it was going to be the domino that would knock down so many other things. And the fact that the fans have supported this in record numbers, the fact that we have made this much progress in this short of time, the fact that we are just now getting started, the fact that soccer is growing by every imaginable metric known to business, to fans, to anywhere, to see the demographics of the city, to see everything that this city is finally becoming a big league city. This is our time, and to know that the Lights are playing a role in this. You know, a lot of fans have approached me in the last week, and I always say, listen, I put my Lights hat on, unbelievable. This is so exciting. This is like watching your child grow up and just exceed all expectations, right? We couldn't be more supportive, but I also am a taxpayer. I'm also a resident of Las Vegas, and this is amazing for what Las Vegas is. This is so much bigger than just soccer, right? And Floyd is being, I would say, I understand their philosophy, right? They want to prove it, not talk about it, right? They want to show you that, you know, not tell you. As I have dug into this more and more, I can't tell you how excited I am as about a taxpayer, about what this is going to mean for downtown. Look at all the investment and all the strides that we have made in the last decades of work and in recent years, and how the Lights have helped that. This is now rocket fuel to what downtown Las Vegas should be. You can go anywhere in the world and mention the words downtown Vegas, and it elicits something. It elicits something great. No matter where you are in the world, if you've never been here, it elicits something. And this project is putting rocket fuel and putting behind the actual, the nuts and bolts behind what this city and what downtown should be. And I can't be more incredibly proud on behalf of my entire family to put the Lights full support behind this project. Viva Lights.
You have delivered on everything you said to us 2 years back, and talk about an ambassador for our community. But what a brilliant, brilliant move to have Mr. Kephart Renaissance join in on this. So if it's appropriate at this time, if we have any questions from council, I would invite that. Is that appropriate, Mr. Arndt?
yes, please.
Okay. Any comments, questions?
I just wanted to say it sounds fantastic. I hope it reaches full fruition, just try not to take a whole lot of taxpayers' money, because that's going to be the big question. And, you know, because my husband was a coach, I still read the sports page. And columnist Graney mentioned that soccer teams weren't making money now. They were losing money. I don't know to what he was referring. Do you?
I actually went on his radio show after that. I actually texted him immediately after that and said, with all due respect, Ed, I read your column, I follow you on Twitter, I love you, but I 1,000% disagree, and I would encourage you to listen to that radio interview where we go into a great detail of the growth of soccer.
Okay, but anyway, good luck to you. And as I said, I think the community, when I speak with people out there, the only thing is, you know, they spend a lot of taxpayers' money already with the football. Taxpayers' money is involved. That's the one thing they're watching out for. But I wish you lots of success. I'm very excited to be able to see all this. So, good luck.
Thank you. Councilman Coffin, then Councilman Creer, because it's your ward.
It is.
And I know you take ownership there, so
Thank you, Mayor.
if we could, please.
Who would like to go first? Greer? Okay. I would just say this. 5 years ago, we went through this debate. Excuse me for my voice is a little bit raw. And we had a terrible time with it. It got really personal. And I remember seeing and receiving letters from people of very racist nature, that people thought somehow that this not only was maybe on the wrong side of town, like downtown, but also that it was something for those people. You know, we all know who those brown people are. I'm half Mexican myself, so I certainly know this. But it is amazing the crud that came out of people when they begin to let their guard down and they find other reasons to oppose something. So you have to be prepared for that. And I like this idea. I mean, I'll be gone in 3 weeks, so I won't be able to see it formed, but Councilman Creer will be here, and it's in his ward, and will remain in his ward. I think that I would like you to address my comment about that concern, because you may hear that stuff. I don't know. Sometimes we're awful small town, and that happened a lot, and it got really personal with some members of the council. I guess I also noticed the story in the paper this morning. The RJ had a story on Bill Foley now being interested. Was that some sort of a sucker punch, or what happened? How did you know about that? Did you know about it?
We did know about it, Councilman, and we're glad to see the broad-based support of MLS even reaches the hockey community.
Okay. I like that. Okay, you ready for racism? And if maybe we've grown past that, we've had a wonderful team. I have been to a lot of games, and the enthusiasm, the frenzy is incredible. Brett, you've done a wonderful job keeping interest alive. So, you know, I'm sure it'll work for MLS.
Councilman Kaufman, I spent the first 20 years of my life active in the civil rights movement in the South, so I can deal with any of these comments that may come along.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Councilman Creer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Many of you may or may not know that Castro Field is located right in the heart of Ward 5. And I tell everybody that we are the cultural epicenter of the city. We house the Smith Center, the Neon Museum up the street, the Natural History Museum, the Mob Museum, the Nevada Museum of Arts on its way in Symphony Park. And so why wouldn't it be fitting to have a world-class soccer facility in development that would be located right in Ward 5? First, let me applaud you for your tenacity and your due diligence of building a world-class team to package our submittal to Major League Soccer. Everyone at the Renaissance Group and his team, from Floyd to Candace, have been outstanding. And I think that you guys are the right team to put it together. Brett, let me thank you for having the vision of coming into Las Vegas with the USL team. If you have not been to a Lights game, I urge you to get out. It is a lot of fun. It is a tremendous amount of energy.
This Saturday night, tickets still available.
This Saturday night,
lightsfc.com.
tickets still available. I urge you to get out. It's a lot of fun. And you know, look, even if you're not a soccer fan, I think it's going to get out and see what what it really could be. This is just a taste of what our city could be. For those of you that may or may not follow soccer, there's been some great synergies that have happened in cities when it comes around soccer. It is the world's #1 sport. If you watch the Champions League finals last week, you see how exciting it was, and Liverpool and Tottenham, what they've done, and the international friendlies that could happen here, and all types of things. I think it's going to galvanize our city if we are able to be so fortunate to have one of these licenses. If you look at the Raiders, the Aces, the Vegas Golden Knights, the lights that are here, Las Vegas is primed to move up the ladder in terms of the media market that it's in. It's just a matter of time before we get an MLS team, before we get an NBA team, before we get a Major League Baseball team. Las Vegas is that city. And it is great that the timing has come about. It's great that we have the facilities and the resources, and Cashman is deemed perfectly with its size, with its capacity to being centrally located in downtown Las Vegas. The jobs that it's going to provide for the citizens of Ward 5 and for the city, just a beacon of success. And so I am 100% behind this project. I think that the ENA is very, very well deserved, and I look forward to seeing the package that is going to be delivered to MLS, and I look forward to being there to hand that over to MLS and the commissioner. So,
Councilman, I'm
yes.
going to ask you then to make the motion, but only after I point out that I think I see Roger Tabor, Downtown Soccer.
Sure.
Right back there.
Sure.
And the change in the appetite for soccer among our youth has grown immeasurably. Having been in New York when we made an earlier effort, one of the things the commissioner instructed us is show us what you can do with that Mayor's Cup, and certainly our premier soccer fields for the Mayor's Cup, which is probably into its 12th year or more.
Yep.
Is in Ward 4 with Councilman Anthony, but in 2016, we had one weekend, it was the 9th year, we fielded 547 teams, local teams, from 18 countries and 28 states. This past year, because we had such a huge response, we had to take 2 weekends for the Mayor's Cup, which was the 12th year. 722 youth soccer teams, 458 were the male youth, and 264 of the girls, ages 11 through 19. 33 countries this time, and the word is spreading. And 33 also from our states, and brought in over economic impact over $28 million. So the future of the appetite, and I think we even have a player or two on our lights from Las Vegas. It's really an exciting, exciting time, and your coach, Eric, is just doing a great job. We're just so proud.
He would have been here, Mayor. He loves you too, but he has practice. We got to make sure we win this weekend.
Without question. Just so excited about it, the team, the enthusiasm, and the best part is the affordability for the spectator. You know, for all of us, it's wonderful, all these other sports we have, but really for us that are on limited income, that is really, it's an affordable experience, to say nothing, as Councilman Creer said, #1 sport in the world.
Yeah.
And we need, since we are growing into this world-class city and so many things in the arts and everything else, medicine, moving in that direction, it is only appropriate now that we can move this. So if I could, Councilman Creer,
Thank you.
have you make that.
You know, and I also just want to make one more comment. You know, I was asked to serve on what was called the Founding 50 for the Vegas Golden Knights, and that was a group of individuals that were tasked to go out and try to get people to buy season ticket sales. The goal was to get 13,000 season tickets sold in order to package it to go to Commissioner Bettman to show that there was a need for soccer. And it was interesting because all the naysayers are saying hockey won't work here, it's too hot, we don't have a hockey team. From a veteran, I mean, from a person who was born and raised here, I didn't grow up with hockey, so, you know, are we going to support it, whatever. And they overwhelmingly exceeded the 13,000 season ticket holders, and I couldn't believe how many people were hockey fans and how many season tickets were sold. I had people calling me up saying, yes, I want season tickets, and specifically, I want my seats to be here. Like, they didn't just say I want tickets, they knew exactly they wanted to be right of the ice and this and the whole nine. So, you know, to the naysayers out there, sure, there are always going to be some, and the skepticism, as well there should be, right? Because of the fact that we're all making our best effort forward to do what we think is best for our community. So the naysayers were wrong with Vegas Golden Knights, and I really believe that once we get this MLS team, they're going to come aboard, and they'll be friends and fans, and they'll be asking you guys for tickets all day long. So without further ado, I would love to make a motion to approve item 36.
Thank you. There's a motion to approve agenda item 36 for the ENA. Please vote and please post. Unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Godspeed. Bring it home. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, we're on to agenda item 37. Discussion for possible action regarding the approval of appeal of a work card denial for Joseph Magdaleno Aliares Jr., DB, doing business at Nevada Wellness Center, Inc., 3200 South Valley View Drive, Ward 1, Mayor Pro Tem. Hi.
Good morning. Mary McElhone, Deputy Planning Director. The work card appeal that is before you today is for Joseph Elisarius. Mr. Elisarius desires to work for Nevada Wellness Center, a medical dispensary and retail marijuana establishment, as an unarmed security guard. Mr. Elisarius has worked as an unarmed security guard before at different establishments, but not in the marijuana industry. A work card in the marijuana industry requires fingerprinting with the FBI background check. The work card was denied when several arrests became known during the background check. The applicant is appealing that decision. Mr. Frank Hawkins, the owner of Nevada Wellness Center, is aware of the arrest record and is in support of Mr. Elisarius. Mr. Hawkins and Mr. Elisarius are both here today, and Metro is here as well if you should have any questions for them. And if you do desire to issue the work card, I would have a recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Would you care, Mr. Elisarius, to make any comments before I ask for questions here?
Yes, just would like to thank you for seeing me today, and just, if possible, to allow me to make a difference in working for Mr. Frank Hawkins with Nevada Wellness Center. I just would like to make a living helping assist Las Vegas grow to be a beautiful state.
Thank you.
I do apologize for my nervousness, but just thank you for today.
You're doing fine. If you'd repeat your name for the record, so
Joseph
clerk can have it.
Elisarius.
Thank you. And to Mr. Hawkins, how about you come on up, introduce yourself to us all again, and state your name for the record, too.
Good morning,
and any
Frank Hawkins,
comments.
Nevada Wellness Center. I'm here to answer any questions and support Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Any questions from council? Councilwoman.
This was a very special case, and we looked into it very thoroughly. And we know that if there were any problems in the past, that being where there's marijuana, it's very highly regulated. And we also realize that Mr. Hawkins has showed a very good way in which to handle workers in the past and as currently. So my move is for approval of the card with a one-year review, on-site specific.
Okay, thank you very much. There's a motion to approve on one site a year review, and that you would understand.
Oh, absolutely,
Great.
absolutely.
Thank you, and that is Mayor Pro Tem's motion, so please vote and please post. Congratulations,
And
approved.
good luck
Thank
to you, too.
Thank you.
Ms.
Thank you.
McElhone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Hawkins, for coming down. See you in the neighborhood. Okay, number 38, Board and Commissions, discussion for possible action regarding the appointment of nominee Anthony Williams to be the Ward 5 seat of the Planning Commission. Councilman Creer, I understand you're prepared to make a motion?
I am. If there's no discussion, I'd like to make a motion to approve Anthony Williams to the Ward 5 Planning Commission.
Thank you very much. There is a motion to approve this nomination. Please vote and please post. And that motion carries, so congratulations and thank you. Agenda item number 39, recommending committee bills eligible for adoption at this meeting. Bill number 201917. Councilman Anthony, would you like the bill read?
Yes, Mayor.
Thank
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Councilman. Bill 2019-17, in orders for the City of Las Vegas. City Council authorizes the issuance of a City of Las Vegas, Nevada general obligation limited tax various purpose refunding bonds, additionally secured by pledge revenues, Series 2019C, for the purpose of refunding certain outstanding bonds, providing for the form, terms, and conditions of the bonds, and the security therefore, and other details in connection therewith, and providing other matters relating thereto, and providing the effective date hereof.
Move for approval.
Thank you. This motion to approve agenda item 39. Please vote and please post. Didn't go through? I voted. When it turns green, I think you have to, just orally, you say yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. Agenda item 40, recommended committee bill eligible for adoption at a later meeting. Items number 40 and 41, bills number 2019-15 and 2019-16 will be heard at a later meeting. We'll now move on to new bills. And this agenda item 42, items number 42 through 44, bills number 2019-18 through 2019-20 will be heard at recommending committee Monday, June 17th, 2019. City Attorney, would you please read the new bills?
Well, Your Honor, thank you. Bill number 2019-18, in orders to readopt LVMC 10.02.010 to municipal code provision making state misdemeanors committed within the city. Bill number 2019-19, in orders to repeal LVMC 19.10.105 pertaining to the repurposing of certain golf courses and open spaces and to provide for related matters. And finally, Bill number 2019-20, in orders to amend the Unified Development Code to repeal and replace Chapter 19.09 thereof pertaining to form-based code and transect zones and to provide for related matters.
Thank you. New bills 2019-18 through 2019-20 are assigned to the
Your
June.
Honor.
I did that, yes?
Yeah, if I could ask for your forgiveness for interrupting you.
Yes, please.
I got to ask you about 43 here. 43 essentially would undo what was done 6 or 8 months ago by this full council. I forget when we adopted the open spaces ordinance. But I'm seeing it here, and I've read it, and it actually also changes the definition of what an open space is. And I've asked the sponsor for an explanation, but I've been gone for a week, and so I didn't really give her a chance to explain to me why she'd want to bring this divisive issue back in front of the council.
Thank you. So this is
Councilwoman,
going to come
please.
to our recommending committee, and so you just asked me a second ago, so I think we can discuss this at recommending.
Why, but still, why do we want to upset the whole council and the city, frankly, on this issue, which was settled by this council? We
I
can let it
think
go
I can
until the
answer
new
that,
one.
Councilman. And I'm going to turn
Why
to
not with the new council?
our legal, anybody can bring anything, but please, if you would.
I need to jump in.
Please.
At some point in time, it's fair to discuss how things are referred to committee, but at some point in time, you cross a line into the merits of the ordinance that you're talking about referring to the committee. Once you cross that line, you're in violation of open meeting law because we're not agended to discuss the merits of this bill at this time. It's almost inevitable that you have to discuss the merits of it to get to why it's being referred in the first place.
but this cannot lead to a council discussion of the merits of the bill at this time. Let me read to you real quickly the city charter, 2.110 subsection 1. All proposed ordinances, when they are first proposed, must be read to the city council by title and may be referred for consideration to a committee which is composed of any number of members of the city council who are designated by the mayor. As you can see, there is no express provision in here that talks about the means of the referral, nothing to require the mayor do the referring, and nothing to require it to be the council. The council could have easily adopted a process in the past where you vote on those things as to whether it should be referred, or decide it shouldn't be the mayor, it should be somebody else. But you haven't done that. And so at this point in time, to have a discussion that should have been a policy matter decided before today's, in my opinion, is going to push you into a violation of the open meeting law if you step into the merits of this ordinance. So having cautioned that, Councilman, I don't want to step on your toes, but I want to make sure you're not in trouble by going too far with the conversation.
Well, I thank you for the council. Of course, in a month I'll be out of here, so they can charge me all they want. And I won't be here for the beef that's going to happen. It's going to upset
Well,
this.
I would like to let you know that, let me read the next paragraph here. The new bills, 2019-1A through 209-20, which are inclusive of that, are assigned to the June 17th, 2019 recommending committee. Members, Councilman Anthony, Coffin, and Fiore, if any so designated, or unable to attend the clerk's office, will coordinate and find substitutes as necessary at my direction. So you will be at that recommending committee, along with Councilwoman Fiore and Councilman Anthony. So thank you. Now, because we have stated time specific for certain agenda items, the first of which is at 11 a.m. We have to recess till 11 to give the public that opportunity.
Madam Mayor?
Yes,
I'd just like to make a follow-up comment, if you don't mind. Although I am not in support of bringing this back, and I'm not going to talk about the merits of the ordinance to violate the open meeting law, but I think every council person has a right to bring it back, from my understanding, if they so chose, and I respect that as a council person. I just don't support bringing the ordinance back.
Well, I think that's inappropriate to make any comment based on what our legal just told us, so.
Well, I didn't make a comment about the merits of I just wanted to make it, I can make a statement, correct?
That's correct. I think you're fine right now, but if you probably need to stop right about there.
Okay. But it is going to go back to recommending, will it go to the Planning Commission?
This one, let me ask the clerk's office, when I discussed it with the sponsor, the intention was not to send it to the Planning Commission and to send it directly to recommending. I guess the other question that I had, was this also going to be fast-tracked or go in the normal course?
Is that a question?
Mr. Summerfield is in the audience. Could you come forward and respond to Mr. Jerbick, please? And I thought we asked for a committee of the whole, but I'm not sure.
Madam Mayor, through you, my understanding is on this bill, it was the request of the bill sponsor that it be fast-tracked so that it would be eligible for adoption at the second meeting in June. Not that action would have to necessarily be taken at that meeting, but that action could be taken if it were to come out of recommending committee. So I do believe it is fast-tracked. Because it is a repeal of the ordinance and not a modification of the ordinance, that is why this did not go to Planning Commission, is my understanding, and why it's coming back to council, because they're repealing an action that they previously took, not modifying an action that they previously took in regards to the UDC.
That's correct. The argument is that this bill, in its original form, went to Planning Commission already.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are in recess until 11. It's 10:32.